everyone, welcome back. It is Friday Favorites and Flops. Hopefully you guys had a great week. So I have a few favorites for you that I wanted to share. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe before you leave, and let's just go ahead and get into the video. I did film a full face first impressions video on the look that I'm wearing right now. So most of these are first impression products. That video should be up soon, and I give a little story time on what happened on my Valentine's Day in that video, so check it out. I don't know if it's a $20 story or not. I guess you're gonna have to go ahead and risk it, watch it, and see. First thing up that I've been loving this week is MAC sent me a few of their new, I think they revamped their brushes, and they sent me a few of the newly revamped brushes, which I was so thankful to receive because when I first started out in makeup, I would save all of my monies for a MAC brush because they were so expensive, but really worth it. I have all of the MAC brushes that I purchased when I first started in makeup, and they've held up really well. So this is the MAC 135S brush, and I've been using this for bronzer. I've been using it with the Laguna bronzer, and I just love the way that it applies. I feel like it just gives this, it's so soft. The bristles on it just pick up the product really well and distribute it, and I feel like it melts it into my skin. And sometimes when I use this bronzer with other brushes, I feel like I get too heavy of a hand with it, and I feel like this brush, for some reason, just the softness of it, the flimsiness of it, but yet the product distribution is just really nice, and I like it for, you know, getting around the forehead and everything. It's just a really great brush. It feels really nice on the skin. It's not scratchy. A lot of people told me to get the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush when I first started in YouTube, and I ended up getting that brush, and I do not like it pretty much at all. I don't think it's very scratchy on my skin, and it sheds every time I use it. So I don't have that problem with my MAC brushes, but I really love this recently for my bronzer, and I think it's taking over the place for my everyday bronzer brush. Okay, this is so bittersweet for me because, okay, so I pulled out this Cogen Dough foundation. This is the Cogen Dough Aqua foundation. The color is 123. It's the perfect shade for me when I'm not self-tanned, but this foundation is just absolutely gorgeous on the skin. I feel like it looks very skin-like, yet it's full coverage. It just has this layer, this real skinness to it that I appreciate and love. The color just blends with my skin beautifully. It's just one of my most favorite foundations ever. I was running out of it, so I set it to the side because I was like, oh no, because it's quite expensive to purchase. So I didn't want to use it all up, but then I ended up kind of forgetting about it for a lot, 6 months, 6 to 8 months. So I recently just pulled it out again, and I only had 3 or 4 uses left. So I did pretty much use it all up, unless I can get, there's a lot of product, so it doesn't look like it's used up. But when you squirt it, it's nothing's coming out. So I'm gonna have to get one of those little spatula things to clean this container out, because it still looks like there's quite a bit of product, but yeah, none really comes out when you do it has a pump top. So none really comes out when I use the pump top anymore. So I'm gonna have to try and get more uses out of this, but this is a great foundation, so I will be repurchasing it. And like I said, the shade is 123, and it just looks so natural, but it gives me that full coverage that I crave in a foundation. So if you haven't tried this out, definitely get a sample of it if you can get a sample. I don't know if they I've never seen Cogen Dough in store. I've only seen it online at Sephora, so I don't know where you could maybe get a sample. I don't know, but if your Sephora happens to have it, let me know down below if you've ever seen Cogen Dough in store. But this is just such a good foundation. I wish you could order samples specifically of things you want to try online. like maybe like 2 samples per order or something, because that would be a really great idea, Sephora. Let's try that. So recently, paired with that foundation, my skin has really craved moisture. It's just the changing in temperature. It's going from really cold to warm again to really cold to warm again here in Texas. So I've just really needed a lot of moisture in my skin. I've been using this MAC Mineralized Charged Water Skin Hydrating Mist. I mean, I've used this so much, but I went away from it for a while and was just using the regular Fix Plus. I went back to this because my skin, like I said, has been needing it. So I'll spray it before I start my makeup. I'm spraying it like after I do my makeup, and then in the middle of the day, like if I'm in my bathroom, I'm just like I love it. It smells really good, and I find that it just really hydrates my face. I love using this product when I'm done with my makeup, because if I'm using powder products, I find that it binds everything together and brings my skin back to like looking like real life instead of very cake face. So if you have dry skin, try the Charged Water Skin Hydrating Mist. Again, because my skin has been so dehydrated, I have this little sample I tried of this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I've used this as a sleeping mask and just as a plain mask to wash off. So you can either apply it as a full mask, rinse it off, or you can sleep overnight in it, which I've done both. I really, really like it. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It smells so good, like the best watermelon with it almost smells like a Sour Patch watermelon is what it smells like to me. I really, really love this, and furthermore, I feel like it makes my skin look nice, bright, and hydrated. So for eyeshadow palettes, I tried out the new Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat this week. I really, really liked this palette. If you want to see a full video on it, I will link that down below. This is a really great eyeshadow palette. It has a lot of nice warm matte shades in it. I think it's going to be an easy like go-to eyeshadow palette for me. But this week I really, before that palette, was going back to just wearing one shade in my crease and blowing it out, and then just doing a ton of mascara and going. And for that I was using this shade from Bobbi Brown, and this is in the color Camel. This is the best like pukey mustard brown shade. It's very close to MAC's Uninterrupted if you weren't able to get your hands on that shade. This is just the most beautiful mustardy shade ever. I love the way that it looks just for a natural, like every day with a lot of mascara, blowing it out in the crease and just kind of bringing it under my eye. It just looks so pretty. These mustardy, pukey, brown, like baby diarrhea colors look so good on your eye. I know I made that sound extremely like appealing, but trust me, if you've never tried like a mustardy warm brown shade, it's like definitely the way to go. You guys probably keep seeing this and you're like, what are you holding in your hand? Sometimes I grab products to show and then I like decide to go in a different order. So this is the Milani Colorstatement lip liner in the shade All Natural. I've gone back to some of my Milani lip liners this past week because I love them so, so much. A lot of people I have heard recently have left me comments down below to do a Friday favorites or a full week of favorites where I shop older products that I used to love and sort of give them another light again. I know it's hard as a consumer, I am one myself, or a viewer of YouTube videos, to feel like you're always trying to catch up and buy what's new and use what's new, and the beauty influencer is always talking about something else, something else, something else. And sometimes you're like, hey, wait, slow down. Like, I still am using that product you talked about 2 weeks ago, and you know, do you still actually love that? Like, I get comments like, do you still actually love that? Like, I use pretty much everything that I talk about in my Friday favorites pretty consistently, and it's just some products, when I show them in my Friday favorites, they're getting a little bit more shine that week, but I still am a creature of habit and I love what I love. So yes, I use everything, but there are products obviously that kind of get lost in the shuffle. So I think I'm gonna do something like a throwback Friday favorites, where I go back and watch a Friday favorites from a while ago, see some of the products in that, and then maybe use them again from years ago, because I've been doing Friday favorites for like 5 years now. So if I go way back and look at some of my favorites a long time ago and see what they were and just start pulling those products out and using them again, and then that way sometimes it's not going to feel like it's like the next new thing, the next new thing, the next new thing, because I know that's really hard to keep up. But this is one of those products that's like a throwback to a really great affordable liner. This is just the prettiest. I have like a highlighter swatch right there. This is just the prettiest neutral color. It's on my lips today, and it's basically the color that's on my lips. I have a gloss over it, but this is just the prettiest color, and it stays on your lips all day, and it blends out really nicely. Like, it gives you a great line, but I feel like you can fill in your lips with it, and it's just a creamy, really great lip liner. So in the all natural, they have a ton of different shades, but that one I've been using a ton this week. So anyways, that is it for my Friday favorites, and hopefully you guys had a wonderful week this week. Leave some of your favorites down below and let me know what you guys think about doing some of the throwback. Like, what are your feelings on that? If you are feeling the stress or the pressure to kind of keep up, if that would be helpful of some of the products that I've already mentioned in the past. I do more videos using those products or talking about them and almost like reassuring you like, hey, this is still a great product. There's still a lot of really great products that are kind of not talked about anymore because all the new products come in. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.